In this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to complete this week's time trials in GTA 5 Online. Now, all of this together is going to be getting you a good, healthy $450,000 in GTA Online, and it is only going to take you just over 6 minutes or so as well. Now, if you do enjoy this video, then make sure you leave a like, comment down below if you found these tips useful as well. Subscribe if you haven't already, and gang, I'm going to see you all for the next video. That's my outro. So, we're going to keep going with this, and as we go, first thing to note is, firstly, the time trial for the House Special Workshop, which is called Ron Alternates, quite far to the middle of the map. When it comes to this one, again, you can mainly try and stick to the outside if you want. However, if you back yourself with driving, which I kind of do as well, you can go right in the center of the road. And if you do, all you have to do with the analog stick or whatever your controller is for using, all you have to do is just gently give it a couple of taps as you go along, especially if you're using the Cayenne S95, which I do, which is a free car that got given to me and a free upgrade for the House Special Workshop. So I highly recommend you do that yourself, because it's basically like the second fastest car now, or at least it feels like it is, because it's absolutely rapid, and especially in some of these ones which are kind of the point of the time trial, where it's very much long straights, so you don't have to stress. But as you can see, I'm kind of in the left, kind of in the middle, now heading over to the right, because this is one of the exits that you got to take for the time trial as well, so it makes it all nice and easy. Now, as you're doing this again, you always want to make sure you're careful with certain turning. So I can see on the minimap this one turns a bit, so I kind of come off the trigger a little bit, brake a little bit just before there so I don't fly off the end, and then it's all about just reading the traffic. So you kind of look up ahead, you see, okay, where is the space, and then head for there. Now, starting off, I'm here on the left because I see, okay, cool, I've got a little channel I can go through. Then eventually, as I get towards the top, I kind of see, okay, cool, getting a little bit difficult here. So now I start thinking, cool, got to start making it to the right. And then I just go one wheel on, one wheel off. And again, you kind of still get the same speed, or at least control. So you can dodge traffic as you go, because this bit was a little bit annoying when I was first kind of dealing with it, because you do get cars, as you might have seen just then in front, a car just kind of going across, just cutting across with no sort of means, no sort of reason, and it can get quite tight between cars as well. Luckily, before the one of the final turns, there is like a little entrance you can go through into, and you probably do this a lot quicker if you don't spin out like I did just there as well. However, all you got to do is power it down all the way to the end and then slow just a little bit beforehand, so then you can cut across and then turn into the finish line. And again, that is going to be just about 2 minutes 30, and that will get you a hefty $252,000 for beating that. And that is Ron Alternates for the House Special Workshop time trial. Now, the next one, which is the Maze Bank Arena. Now, this one, it's very much, I tried doing it as best as I could in that car, but it's back to basics. It's the bike again. I've done a video on this previously. A lot of the normal time trials I end up doing in a video in the past anyway, because I used to cover them all the time. So you can, like, you've probably maybe checked that out already. If not, you can check it out now as well from here. But yeah, the battery, nice and simple. It's like a bike, which is 15k. You can give it all the upgrades if you want. Helps yourself out. If not, it's all about wheeling, okay? In this bit where the roads are really wide, you can really just get the wheelies going, focusing on that, not having to worry. The only part here is as it gets to the hills, and if you're doing wheelie up the hills, then you need to make sure you are wheelie careful. I'm so sorry if you hear that, please call me out on it. You have to make sure you wheelie and dodge the traffic, because if there's a car coming up, then you want to make sure you're careful and missing that as well. Now, the final little bits here, again, a couple of turns or angles you can hit to make sure that you are dodging traffic and going from the right to the left or the left to the right, so it means you do it pretty much easily. And then at the final strip here, again, as you can see, plenty of time going, and we power through into that finish line. And that was pretty much done first attempt. That's 101,000 added to our bank. And then our final one, which is then heading to the power station for our RC Bandito time trial. Now, the power station, it was a little bit of a tricky one to kind of get my head around again. However, I have done this one before, so you don't have to stress too much about doing it. It's about some of the turns, making sure you nail them, because, again, if your RC Bandito does catch a corner, it can really be a little bit difficult as well. But as you're going through, again, coming off the accelerator and turning really does help. And there's certain points where you can go for it. So here, as long as you're turning diagonal left, diagonal right a bit. All you got to do here is slow down to turn all the way back. And again, I just went off the accelerator and I just powered it through. Now, as you go through, even when you're coming down, as long as you're going at a slight angle, as I kind of did right at the end, you can still power it, keep the trigger going, or let go as you land and then go again. So you can really keep the trigger down if you want. And then again, as you come up to some of these turn-ins here, you got to be careful on this one, because if your Bandito catches the corner, it can be pretty much game over for your time trial. But once you kind of nail it and you get the straight, you're pretty much fine. And then again, these big back corners, all you got to do, power through, keep the accelerator going down. Once you get to the back corner, turn, again, power through. We're coming back into the central bit. So you turn almost like the beginning, which again, I kind of overjudged too quick to begin with. But as you can see, I'm still taking this quite safe. So not exactly the speediest time trial I've done. But again, as you get to these last bits, you take a right and a right here, and then eventually you're heading left to go around the back of these big silver cylinder things. So you go left, and then as you come around the back corner, again, heading around the back. And if you know this back corner, you know there's some parking by here, so you got to make sure you dodge the cars, otherwise it's a simple straight. But apart from that, nice and simple, $101,000 in 1 minute 43. And again, that is exactly how you are going to get around $450,000 in about 6 minutes of work. So I hope you have enjoyed. If you have enjoyed this video, then make sure you leave a like, comment down below if you found this video useful, subscribe if you haven't already, and gang, I'm going to see you all for the next video.